Hi everybody. If you're watching right now, you are probably looking for a solution, looking for the way to help you finally lose weight, get right, eat clean, whatever it is you're searching. And I've been there, I've been where you are. I know the struggle to have all the will on New Year's Day to say, I'm going to eat right, I'm going to do this, I can do this. Try and do well for a few days or even weeks, and then you decide, well, at a birthday party, oh, I can just have that cupcake, or I can have a little piece of cake and I'll be fine. I've been doing really well for quite some time. I should be able to handle it. And you have that piece of cake, and then the next day when you try to eat clean again, oops, 3 p.m. Oh man, I really love something sweet. I know those things. I know these symptoms because I've been there many times. And finally, if you've read my story, you'll know it took me about 10 years ago, actually. I did a program that made me realize I was quite addicted to white flour and white sugar products. That was when my daughter was 1. And then I taught classes, I wrote recipes, all removing white refined flours and sugars. And then I had a 3rd baby, and of course I threw everything out the window because I was pregnant. So I was definitely going to enjoy being pregnant, and I could just, do what I did the last time, and I'll be fine. No. What I discovered is that after the 3rd child, the pull for sugar, since I had brought it back in my life, was so strong and so much harder the second time around that I begged God to help me, and I pleaded that if I could ever get this right again, that I would never go back to having white table sugar or white flour products, that I would go to natural whole wheat, whole grains, natural sweeteners, and limit their amounts, and that I would never put the white stuff back in my mouth again. And that was after my son was born. He just turned 7, so that was 6 years ago. 6 years ago, because he was 1 when I just said I can't do this anymore. And so for the last 6 years, I haven't touched the stuff, and I don't want it. And I can tell you that you can lead a life being free from white sugar. You can live happily and still have cake and have candy on a limited basis using sugar-free alternatives. If you've seen my blog, you've seen my recipes, you know that it can be done. And that I'm finally here writing something for you to show you how to do it. For the last 2 years of this blog, I've only written recipes and some tips and healthy tips and things. And many of you have come to me and asked, how did you get rid of the sugar? What did you do? And like I said before, I did the prison program, but that's no longer in existence. And I feel, and I've also looked at South Beach. I did that for a short time, and I've done Weight Watchers, and I'm a huge advocate for Weight Watchers because the support group is really, being accountable is really important. I devised a plan. I made a 6-week sugar detox plan using my knowledge and my experience and taking the best of what I feel really is a balanced, well-rounded program to really rid yourself of the sugar cravings. And then after the phase 1, I did a phase 2 because I feel like it doesn't end there. That after you detox your body and you start bringing foods back, that's the biggest challenge, is trying to say, okay, I've done this, I've lost some weight, I don't feel those cravings for sugar, but now what? Can I go back to eating potatoes? Can I go back to having bread? Are these the things that I can include back in my life? And that's why phase 2, I wrote a phase 2 because, well, I'll be writing it, haven't written it yet, but I am writing a phase 2 as well because I feel like that's just as important as how to live this life, limiting the things that you know brought you comfort and struggles, and how can you either keep them in your life or do you have to take them away for a season or for good. And that's something that you'll determine when you go through phase 1 and 2 with me. So I really encourage you to purchase the bundle set because I feel like that's where it needs to be. And right now I've written only weekly menu plans for week 1 and week 2 to get us started. I will be joining you as well On January 5th, I'm going to start. This will give us a few days to get, things that we need and go grocery shopping. I am, after 2 years of blogging, I am up 5 to 10 pounds I'd like to lose. So I'm going to do the program with you as well, and be with you every step of the way with encouragement and homework. So I really hope that you'll be encouraged and have hope that you can be free from those sugar cravings and be more in control of your body and what goes in it, and lead a happy life. And so I hope that I've encouraged you to try today. And I will see you for week 1 video for the start on Sunday, January 5th. Take care.